Everyone remembers Gary Berghoff as the soft-spoken heart of MASH, the quiet clerk with the teddy bear and the smile that melted millions. But behind the scenes, that same softness triggered something much darker. Some of his castmates didn't just dislike him, they resented him to the point where they swore they'd never work with him again. And the real bombshell? These weren't just strangers. These were co-stars who had once called him family, only to turn around and humiliate him. You won't believe which Hollywood heavyweights carried that much animosity. Let's start with Wayne Rogers, the first to clash with Gary Berghoff. In the early MASH days, Wayne was the biggest star on set, and the last person you'd expect to snap. But with Gary, it didn't take long before Wayne's patience ran out. The tension between them reached a boiling point that shocked everyone, because Wayne was known for keeping his cool. It all began at Stage 9 at 20th Century Fox, during early table reads. The cast would gather, scripts in hand, joking and building chemistry. Wayne, ever the smooth operator, delivered his lines with that effortless charm. But Gary was different, nervous, fidgety, and overly sensitive about his character's portrayal. At first, Wayne tried to help him settle in, but it soon became clear that Gary's anxiety was clashing with Wayne's need for stability. Then, something unexpected happened. The producers realized Radar, Gary's character, was connecting with audiences far more than they had anticipated. Ratings meetings kept highlighting Gary's name, and suddenly, Wayne noticed something uncomfortable. Scenes that were originally written for him were now being reshaped to give Radar more emotional depth. Crew members recall Wayne muttering "Radar" again under his breath whenever a new rewrite came in. It wasn't that Wayne resented the character, it was how Gary was handling the sudden rise in popularity. Gary became defensive, obsessively questioning his place in the scenes. Why am I not in this one? Why did they cut my line? Wayne couldn't handle the insecurity. As filming moved to the brutal heat of Malibu Creek State Park for Season 2, Gary's mood swings became impossible to ignore. One day, during a mess tent scene, Gary abruptly walked off mid-take, claiming Radar wouldn't react that way. Wayne was stunned. That was the moment their relationship shifted from irritation to genuine disdain. It wasn't just a matter of professional differences anymore. It felt personal. Later, Gary insisted on rewriting the emotional rhythm of the scene, and Wayne's temper finally snapped. Wayne, normally calm and collected, grabbed a metal folding chair and threw it straight at Gary. The room froze in disbelief. A boom mic operator later recalled, "I'd never seen Wayne like that. It scared all of us." Wayne didn't deny it. Years later, he admitted, "I lost it." From that point on, their relationship was irreparable. They had to film scenes together, but the air between them was thick with animosity. Wayne stopped speaking to Gary altogether, and this tension played a key role in his decision not to renew his contract. They never reconciled. Not in interviews, not at reunions, not ever. Two men who spent countless hours pretending to be friends on screen couldn't resolve their bitterness off-screen, and that silence lingered long after MASH ended. Then there's McLean Stevenson, the man who couldn't stand Gary off-screen. McLean didn't even try to hide his discomfort from the start. From the moment he and Gary began working together on the Colonel Henry Blake set, McLean knew something wasn't right. The tension was immediate. During the first table reads, McLean's natural playfulness collided with Gary's more rigid, serious approach. McLean loved cracking jokes and improvising. Gary, on the other hand, was quick to take offense if anything veered from the script. One day, while reading a simple exchange between Henry Blake and Radar, McLean added a small ad-lib for humor. Gary froze, shot him a glare, and later pulled a writer aside to complain that McLean was changing the energy of Radar. McLean's reaction? "Oh boy, we're going to have a problem." Their personalities could not have been more different. McLean was loose, spontaneous, and quick-witted, while Gary was stiff, emotionally fragile, and intensely protective of his character. The tension grew when they filmed at Malibu Creek. When the temperature soared above 100 degrees, Gary often withdrew from scenes if he felt overwhelmed. McLean saw it as attitude. Gary interpreted McLean's humor as mocking. Things only escalated during a shoot inside the mess tent. The scene called for Henry to comfort Radar after a rough day, and McLean, true to form, added a light joke to ease the mood. While the crew smiled, Gary did not. When the director called cut, Gary confronted McClane, accusing him of making Radar look like a fool. McClane was left stunned and angry, and from that moment, he started keeping his distance. Later, he confided in the script supervisor, "He thinks I'm attacking him. I'm not, but he makes me the villain without even trying." That line speaks volumes about the disconnect between them. McClane Stevenson's departure from MASH in Season 3 shocked fans, who believed it was about career ambition. The real reason? The emotional strain of working with Gary Berghoff. Their relationship became increasingly icy, and by the time McClane passed away in 1996, the rift had never been repaired. No phone calls, no reconciliations, just years of unresolved tension. Then there was Alan Alda, whose relationship with Gary soured long before the public knew anything was wrong. The turning point came during a rewrite session for a Hawkeye Radar storyline Alan was co-writing. Gary pushed the script aside, telling Alan, "Radar deserves better than this." He even accused Alan of always making Hawkeye the hero, a comment that cut deep. The room went silent. Weeks later, on the set at Malibu Creek, during a simple emotional scene between Hawkeye and Radar, Gary rejected Alan's direction and snapped, "You don't decide how Radar feels." Alan's response was chilling. "We're trying to work, Gary." From then on, their on-screen scenes were tense, often with an invisible wall between them. As filming progressed, their professional relationship deteriorated further. In Season 7, Gary deliberately avoided Alan during a simple exchange on camera. The message was clear. Gary no longer wanted to share the emotional space with him. What made their feud tragic was its quiet nature. There were no explosive arguments, just coldness. They remained polite at public events, but the bond they once shared was gone, replaced by a professional distance that no one could ignore. Despite the conflicts, Gary Berghoff's legacy as Radar remained untarnished. He became the heart of MASH, and fans remember him for his innocence, vulnerability, and authenticity. The fights, the tension, the silent hostility, all of that was hidden behind the character they loved. Gary's journey on MASH may have been messy, but his impact outlived every feud. Was Gary misunderstood, or were the conflicts inevitable? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a story. Your support means the world. Thanks for being part of the journey. Everyone remembers Gary Berghoff as the soft-spoken heart of MASH, the quiet clerk with the teddy bear and the smile that melted millions.